Hello everyone, I'm Deberia from Deberia's Naturals and K School Evolutionary Empowerment, and welcome to my channel. I'm going to do a channeled message. So yeah, let's just begin. So I started writing some of the things down that I was channeling, and I was listening. I didn't ask. It just came to me. I be trying not to talk about the conspiracy stuff pertaining to the COVID-19 and the vaccine and all that stuff like that. I try not to talk about that stuff, but I can't help what I see, and you don't have to believe anything that I say. I'm just sharing with you the information that I get downloaded into my subconscious mind, into my consciousness, clairvoyant information from the divine. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to go along with what I say. You don't have to quote me. You don't have to write me messages. You could just turn off the video if this is something that you don't want to talk about or something you don't believe in. This is my disclaimer. You do not have to watch this. You have free will. Please exercise it now and turn off the video if you don't want to hear about what I have to say. Okay, so years ago I began to get these downloads about things that I never seen before, I never heard of, and I wrote them down. I wrote down my visions, I wrote down my dreams, and I went back and I asked for clarity and got interpretations of them. Again, I had gotten this vision about a government collapse or implosion under Trump presidency. I got that download in 2016, something like that. 2016, something like that, and I wrote it down. I tried to tell people about it. Nobody listened. But my point is that people have been receiving visions from divine, like prophets exist, psychics, they exist. They've been using their gifts for entertainment purposes because nobody's listening to them. So they'll just use their gift because they've been spending all their life trying to prove to people they have the gift, trying to prove themselves. They need to learn. You don't have to prove yourself to nobody. I don't have to sit here and read your life. You know your fucking life. I can see it. I can read it. But if I can't give you a real world practical application for how to solve your problems, then my gift is nothing. The scripture even says, though I may speak with the tongues of men and angels, I can talk to you and I can talk to angels, but I have not love. I'm a sounding brass or a tinkling cymbal. I'm just making noise. Though, I give my goods and bestow them upon the poor or whatever, something like that. If I have not love, I am nothing. Let me find that scripture because again, if you never read the Bible, and you don't believe in this stuff, you don't have to watch it. But I'm going to read this to you because this is my foundation. And, the Bible and other sacred texts, because I don't know the names of all of them. I know about the Quran, I know about the Kabbalah, I know about the Bible, I know about some Taoism, and I know about Buddhism, I know about the yogis. I can't remember. It's others, but I read a whole lot of stuff. I read the Emerald Tablets of Enlil and Enki. I read some things about the Sacred Tablets of Thoth. Anyway, I've done a lot of spiritual delving and researching and experimentation, and what I found is that I am. The I am presence is everywhere because I am is the most high is within us all. But anyway, my point is these readers can come on here and they can read you and you can pay for a reading and they can tell you your life and you can say, oh, she was right on, he was right on, they knew exactly what was going on with my life. Yeah, but did they tell you how to solve your problem? Did they give you advice that you can actually apply to your life? Did they, give you any way of understanding yourself and find out the answers yourself? Like, did they teach you how to go within yourself and tap into your own God abilities, so that into the God within you? Because the scripture says that, know ye not that you are the temple of the Holy Spirit. You are the temple of the Holy Spirit. That the Holy Spirit dwells in a temple not made by man. It's not made by man. It's made by womb man. It is created inside the womb of a woman. That's the temple. Your body was created. That avatar was created. A woman spent 9 months protecting and creating you so that you could be birthed into this world. It's not made by man. It's not built by, stone. It's made of flesh and blood and sinew. And, you made it and breathed into by the essence of the Most High, of the creation source, life. Anyway, my point is, it says, and I don't want to just read verse 1, but that's all that came up. So let me say, if it's going to pull up the whole thing. Though I speak with the tongues of men and angels and have not love, I am become as sounding brass or tinkling cymbal. And though I have the gift of prophecy. Now this is for those readers and stuff out there, and understand all mysteries and all knowledge. And though I have all faith, so that I can remove mountains, because they have special powers and abilities too. These people who have the ability to tap into the divine, God has given them gifts. They can actually do the things they tell you they can do. If they tell you they can levitate a couch, they can levitate a couch. If they tell you that they can see where you are, what you're doing, how, and they can see beforehand that you might get into your vehicle and your tire might blow out. These people actually have these gifts. They actually can do them. It said, but I have not love, I'm nothing. But if they're not doing anything in love, if they're not sharing love and light, and they're not helping you, what is love? You need to look up and find out what love is. It's not just it's not an emotion. It's a sentient energy. If they don't have that, then they using that knowledge and those prophetic gifts for their own personal gain and personal purposes. Yeah, you're supposed to get paid for your gift. Yes, you are. So I'm not going to say anything bad about them. I'm not going to say they're supposed to be giving you information for free. I'm not going to say that, because you pay for entertainment. And so they've used their gifts as entertainment, but they have real gifts and they are telling the truth. And it's just you who want to pay for the bullshit, so they give you the entertainment. They give you what you pay for. Do you want the truth? No, you ain't willing to pay for the truth. You'd rather pay $1 for 10-minute reading. You know what happens during that 10-minute reading? They tell you what you already know. But you are so amazed that they know your life, you don't realize you got the phone and ain't got shit. You got what you paid for, $1.99. So if you want to really know the truth, you can't be feeling like, these people ain't worth nothing. Oh, this just entertainment or whatever. These people were sent here and with spiritual gifts that they were given by the Most High, by God, to help guide you and lead you. But all you want to know is some mess and some bullshit. That's all you want to know. All you want to know is what he doing, what she doing, who's gonna love me. You need to love you, and you need to invest in you. That's time, money, attention. Invest in you. I can't even see. I think my timer is running. Yeah, it's running. I got a beetle. A beetle was on my window. And when I went over there to get rid of it, then my curtain fell down. And I was like, on one hand, I was going to say, oh, can be a distraction. It's slowing me down because I need to get out here and I need to do this reading and I need to channel this information. But no, the Most High wanted me to have sunlight, wanted me to have clarity, wanted you to have sunlight and clarity. And I need to be fed by the sun. You need to be fed by the sun. Spend some time in the sunlight. Spend some time in the sunlight to charge your soul energy. Why am I saying this? I'm going to get into it. And if it take me 2 hours to do it, you can listen to it or not. It ain't going to hurt me. It ain't going to hurt me. I'm just the messenger. So anyway, the point is, these people, they're being called out. It's time for them to use their gifts for humanity and not just for their own selfish gain, because the Most High is going to take care of them. I mean, if they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're going to be okay. Financially, they are going to have their needs met. Home-wise, their needs going to be met. But they have a mission here and they're being called to do it. And It's time out for giving y'all what you want and telling you what you need. So when you start getting these, you decide you want to go see a prophet or a reader or sister so and so or brother so and so, and he start telling you about yourself, and you like, I ain't really want you to get into that information. No, that's the stuff that needs to be uncovered. That's the stuff that needs to be dealt with, because we are entering into the fifth dimension. What's the fifth dimension? The fifth dimension is the kingdom dimension, but like in the scriptures it says, I go and prepare a place for you. Yeah, but it's unstructured right now. So where's the structure gonna come from? The structure has to come from co-creation. Just like procreation creates a human being, co-creation creates the place where you're going to live, where you're going to dwell, how you're going to be. What's the for lack of a better term right now, well, the physical projection, or everything is really physical, everything is energy and fluid, but the projection that you see and you perceive as your reality has to be created. If you're not creating it, who the fuck creating your reality? This is time out to be sheeple. It's time out to be sheeple. It's time to be leaders. It's time to not just be followers. You can't be following everything and everybody, every trend. I don't care if you find one person to follow them. You can't follow them. You got to look within yourself and find it within yourself where you're going. They can give you guidance. They can share their map. They can tell you how they did it. They cannot tell you how you do it. You have to interpret and filter out information and create what it is that you need to create for yourself, because you are unique and you have your own unique purpose. And you need to find out what that is and fulfill it. Because other than that, you're going to feel lost. You're going to feel lonely. You're going to feel unfulfilled. You're going to feel empty, hollow, void. You need some more words. You already feeling it. That's why you seeking light. That's why you seeking somebody. That's why you seeking guidance. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? The people who know you've been calling crazy. That's who knows. The people you've been calling crazy. The people you've been ridiculing. The people you've been downing. The people you thought was stupid. That's who knows the answer. Yes, you gotta humble yourself if you want to know the answer. No, they not gonna be like, oh, you back. And if they do be like, oh, you back. Oh, you back. You are. Why your feelings hurt? You are back. Oh, you call me crazy. You know, they ain't gotta say it. You saying it. You hear it because you know you did it. Judgment. Time out for people doing negative shit, getting away with their negative shit. Time out for dark energies ruling everything. Oh, that rain is over. You've been waiting for it to be over. It's over. But you know what's there after that? It's over. It's tribulation, because now you gotta prove yourself. You gotta prove yourself. Show yourself approved. Study to show yourself approved. What is that? That's the scripture too. Let me write that down, because y'all ain't read the Bible. Y'all don't know what it is. You can Google. Literally Google the words I said and write scripture behind it. And then we'll find it. I miss my my laptop, because I could have like 500 tabs open at once. I could do the same thing on my phone, but it's not my laptop. I'm gonna get another one. Let me do this. Okay, what I was saying about study to show yourself approved. This is in 2 Timothy. I love Timothy. The first and second Timothy. I love those chapters in the Bible, because they spoke to me as a child when I had information and wisdom and downloads and visions and stuff, and nobody was listening to me. And it was like, let no man despise thy youth, but be an example of believers. And how you is basically saying, don't let nobody down you because of your age. You might have wisdom that they need. Don't you hold it back just because, you know, they want to say, oh, you young, you don't know no better. I've been there. Where I've been seeing visions and knowing things that I shouldn't have known according to man, because I didn't get my information from human. I got my information from the Most High, from God. Anyway, it's saying, study to show thyself approved unto God, a workman that needeth not be ashamed, rightly dividing the truth, the word of truth. So it's like, when what you need to do is you need to discern and rightly divide what is truth. Whatever truths come to you, even your own truth. What is your truth? Who are you? Why are you here? Who is your father? Who do you serve? You need to choose. Choose this day who you will serve, whether you serve in the light or the darkness. And if you one of those ones in the middle, it was saying something about being lukewarm and being spewed out of the mouth of God. Because it's like, I don't want you to be hot or cold. I want you to choose one. Hot food is good for you. Cold food is good for you. Lukewarm food carries bacteria. Lukewarm food done had growths and stuff on it and sat out. And that's just bullshit accumulating, just pretending like you ain't made no choice. Libra season is almost over. Balance is coming. Justice is coming. That's what the Libra represent. Libra season, they hold the scales. They are holding the balance. They are holding the choice. Scorpio season is right around the corner. Scorpio season is about death and transformation. What does that mean? What does that mean? Oh, we in a new age, the age of Aquarius, the age of awakening, the age of transparency. And what that means is if you haven't chosen a side, because there is a time frame allotted to that, then you're going to go through more tribulation until you make a decision. Or you're going to completely, totally lose your mind, because he will turn you over the most high energies, the most high God, the creator source, whatever you want to call him, she, it, that, whatever, is going to turn you over to a reprobated mind. It's going to turn you over to your own self-destruction. And what's that mean? That means you're going to go crazy. That means you're going to be haunted by all your ghosts. That means you're going to be haunted by all your demons. What are your ghosts and your demons? The things you've done that you haven't been accountable for. The people that you have mistreated, wrongly accused, ridiculed, lied on. What's going to happen? They not going to do nothing to you, baby. Because if they didn't do nothing to you then, that's because they was righteous and pure and God told them, no, I'm going to vindicate you. Vindication is coming. So if you have touched the anointed ones and caused prophets harm, oh, you going to get all of that back. And I'm not speaking negativity into your life. I'm speaking the truth. So you need to choose ye this day whom you will serve, because right now, Scorpio season, that is death and transformation. Now, what does that mean? Again, that means a death of the ego, death of the old way of thinking, death of the old paradigm, and a resurgence, a rebirth, a regeneration, of, a resurrection energy. So those people who have been ridiculed and spiritually killed are going to be resurrected. Those are the people you're going to be looking to for your answers. Them people that you tried to shame and ruin their reputation so that they couldn't do their spiritual job here on the earth, because they are actually upright and just and righteous and pure souls who have actually been doing what God has told them to do, and you been talking about them and calling them names and ruining their reputation, so that you were what was it? You were I keep hearing you are enemy and destruction, or vessel fitted for destruction. But you are an enemy of progress. You were an enemy of progress, and you were assigned by the adversary. You were an assignment. You were on assignment by the devil, by the dark energies, by the Antichrist. I'm going to call it the Antichrist because Christ consciousness is the Christ energy, which is enlightenment and purity and justice and all those good things. And anti that is what you were when you were doing these things to those people. But justice is here. And when death and transformation come, that is judgment. That is judgment. So those people who were mistreated, I'm tired of trying to come up with words. You know what the fuck happened to good people. You drove them into the wilderness. You drove them into hiding, into hermit mode, because they having to hide because you done sold so many lies and to cause them to have enemies that they should not have. And you have also caused other people to stray and to follow you into your wickedness, into your lies. You have caused, or thought you had caused, but you were trying to cause issues in these people's lives that will bring them death. But everything that you have done, every negative word, every wicked thought, every evil eye you have cast on these people of God, of the Most High, of righteousness, it will be turned back on you, because that was your choice. And this is justice. I don't know who I'm talking to, but I know that I have a group of people who know what I'm talking about because it was done to them, who are people who I talk to constantly, and we uplift each other and we share light with each other like sunflowers. My little sunflowers, I'm calling y'all my sunflowers. We sunflowers because when it's dark we turn our faces to each other and share the light just like sunflowers do. But y'all who was trying to be the reason why we had no light, y'all who was trying to cause people to come and mow down the field, you want us to be in poverty, you want us to be in the darkness, you want us to not have love, you want us to be condemned. The condemnation is yours. The condemnation is yours. Because I do know that there are people who are carrying dark energy and who have manipulative purposes within their heart, who watch my videos for the sake of trying to get ahead and see what's going to be next and what they can block next, and who are secretly going to these dark people who are doing this sacrificial dark magic. I'm putting air quotes up because everybody wants to say, oh, this and that don't exist. That shit does exist. Unicorns exist. Fucking mermaids exist. You think somebody saying a couple evil chants and getting pictures of you, getting your hair, getting your blood, and trying to cause demonic energies to come towards you, and portals being opened around your house so that everything that you touch goes to shit, you think that stuff don't exist? Yeah, it do. It do exist. The thing about it is, ever so often, those people do that shit to the wrong person. You don't know who protecting the people you doing that shit to. And that's just your enlightenment, dear. For those who are doing that dark shit, that's your enlightenment. Oh, October coming in, Halloween coming in, that's your season, right? That's when you normally get your highest energy from your dark shit, because the veil is thin. But you know what else is awakened? The Most High done activated his folks, and they got the power to shut down all your shit, and they know it, and they discovering it, and they got other people who know it and discover it, who's helping them to realize who they are and whose they are. And Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. You've been building your kingdom all over this land. Satan, we're gonna tear your kingdom down. Message for you Satan worshippers, dark energy people. Anyway, back to the scripture. Back to 1 Corinthians 13. The last thing I said was about these readers. Now, there are some readers who are reading for the other side. Anybody who watched, what was The Frog Princess? I got friends on the other side. And, you know, they consulting the malefic energies. I ain't saying nothing. You know what? I am going to say this. There are benevolent energies and malefic energies. Those who, and you can look up what benevolent and malefic are. You can look that up. I'm not finna waste my time doing it. And I can oversimplify it and say good and bad. But y'all, words such as good and bad don't touch benevolent and malefic. But that's my simplification of it. So, good, benevolent, bad, malefic. But they serve a purpose. They all serve a purpose. This is where you need to have wisdom and discernment. And you need to know who is working for what and for what reason. Because there are some malefics who have purpose for the malefic that is balance. And I don't say righteous, I would say balance, because you have there is a, you can't always be so kind and shedding light, and you know, and somebody is You have to learn to protect yourself. And you know, some people say, oh, if you supposed to be such a just person and you believe in God but you got a gun, then where is your faith? My faith is that I don't have to use this to hurt you. That's my faith. My faith is that I don't have to kill you. I don't have to say cruel things and kill your spirit. I don't have to. And see, the gun is symbolic of a sword, of truth, of righteousness. It's a weapon. Your mouth is a gun. Your mouth, firing that thing off, can kill somebody's character, can kill their life, can kill their people's trust in them. Your tongue, y la lengua es un fuego, el mundo de mal, that your tongue is a fire, a world of iniquity. Why did I say that in Spanish? Because when I went to private school and I learned Spanish, I went to a Christian private school, and now my Spanish I learned was the Bible. So I can't ask you where the toilet is, but I can tell you about, I can read you a scripture in Spanish. Okay, anyway. So it's saying, though I bestow all my goods and feed the poor, and I give my body to be burned and have not love, it profits me nothing. So this is about those people who, you know, they put up the good friend. Thank you, sister. Thank you, brother. So and so. I go to the, you know, soup kitchen and I fix plates and I donate them. You doing it, and you got, you know, the whole time you doing that soup kitchen and you donate, you got your phone on live. Hey, sister. Hey, brother. How you doing? Y'all, this is the person I've been feeding for a long time. Ain't I been feeding you a long time? Yes, ma'am, you sure have. And that's a humble soul there. And they know you got them on camera, but they hungry. And what you did, you just fed your ego. You just fed your ego. No one had to know you was doing that. God knew you was doing that. You knew you was doing that. That person knew you was doing that. Why you got to put it on live? It profits nothing. It means nothing. Love suffers long and is kind. Love envious not. Love vaunteth not itself and is not puffed up. Love will endure some things. When they say suffers long, yeah, it'll do that. It will suffer. It will suffer. You know what? Suffering long would be, I'm going to give you a little small example, but it's big, you know, because love is long suffering. So there's a person with a mental illness and you love this person. You understand what's going on with that person. You know that person still deserves love and needs care. And you take care of that person. You suffer even though they have issues. They may have had these issues not because of a genetic issue. It could have been trauma. It could have been some type of trauma that was physical, like they could have had blunt force trauma to the head, which caused them to be mentally unsound in certain areas or to have issues with memory and stuff like that. You are patient with this person, knowing that and understanding if they, have an attitude all of a sudden, and you realize, a soft answer turns away wrath. You are gentle and meek with this person, even though it seems like they just, outright unbearable to deal with by other people. Love will suffer through that, and I'm not calling it suffering like it's a bad thing. Love will be like, you know what? Love is love. Period. Love is love. You have an example of long suffering would also be. I lost the other example. I think the Most High wanted me to use that example because somebody is dealing with trauma, pain, and it's caused them to think a certain way or it's changed their belief systems. And this change in their belief system needs to be loved back into harmony. It needs to be loved because this person has experienced so much lack in love and so much deception in their connections that they need to see that there is purity in the world because this person is important. This person with this thought process, this person, and I'm going to loosely say mental illness or mental, I want to say mental redirection, because they used to believe so strongly and profusely in something, in love. And then something, an enemy, an agent of the devil, an adversary, an assigned one, was assigned to them to strip that away from them so that they won't go into their light and activate their abilities and their spiritual gifts, and to manipulate them into using their spiritual gifts for darkness. See, this happens too. Your beautiful love and light, the enemy will tempt you. And this temptation don't always come as the way you think it's sex and drugs and alcohol. Oh, let's party. No, temptation is, let me break you so much you tempted not to believe no more. That's the story that happened to Job. Let me tempt you to forsake your true nature. Let me tempt you to come to the dark side. We have cookies, you know. This is not prideful and not puffed up. That soft answer to turn away wrath. You know, sometimes people get defensive because they've been having to defend themselves their whole lives. And so you come to you and they interpret and they like, I don't know how to interpret what you just said to me or how you're acting. I'm not used to this. Are you some kind of covert operative? Are you pretending to be my friend because you really want to hurt me? This person has been hurt. Yeah, the person who's not doing the hurting does feel abused to an extent, but sometimes, my babies, you're dealing your purpose. You're here for a purpose, and sometimes you are assigned to partner with someone who needs love, and you are that, and you have to stand in your power, who you are. And I'm not telling you to stay in an abusive connection or relationship. I'm telling you to be you. Don't allow someone else to strip that from you, just like someone else stripped that from that person. Be ye an example. Be an example. Be an example. You don't have to be cruel to that person who is hurting to help them. Cussing them out and cutting them out your life. Yeah. Do what you feel needs to be done. I'm not going to tell you what to do. I am going to tell you that there is another way to do everything. And to complete your assignment, you have to cut negativity out your life, true enough. But if you are a light and you never go to a dark place where those people can see the light, then what good is your light if you're standing in the sunshine all the time? No one can see your light in the sunshine. And that was actually, I was trying to figure out, you know what, God brought me right back around to it. I ain't gonna even lie, because before I got on camera, I was lighting my Palo Santo, and I was looking at the flame, and this beautiful bright sunlight was coming in through my window, and I could not see the flame. I couldn't see the flame. Okay, so this is lit, and because my shirt is here, you can see this flame. You can see this flame because there's a dark thing behind me. You can see it there too. Well, anyway, I had the flame turned all the way down. You can see the right here, there's a gap here. You can see the yellow of the flame, but you can't see the hottest part, which is blue. And I was like, where's the flame? Because it was turned to where it was only showing, now it's blasting good. Okay, it was only showing this part of flame. I couldn't see that blue right there. I was like, okay, what is that? I saw the hottest flame is difficult to see in pure sunlight. So, and then the blue light, because it's a blue, and then I saw blue ray twin flames, now activated auras. So I'm gonna look that up and probably gonna do another video about it, but I'm just sharing with you how this all just came around full circle, and I just got the memo while I was on camera. And it was saying it's very hot, very potent solar or soul energy, very powerful, benevolent, pure love energy. And then this is what I ended up going into as I was talking. And I wasn't, I had, that came to me, but I wasn't even going to talk about that on this video. I was trying to figure out where we was going with this, Most High. I was trying to figure it out. Thank you. But anyway, it's just said that these twins were activated October the 20th, that there are 6 sets of them, 12, which means there's 12 of them, representing the 12 tribes, representing 144,000. So that's what I was told. I don't know what this this other thing is, but I'm going to look into it later. But anyway, my point is, your light can't be seen if some lights are being activated in the darkness to draw other lights to it, like attracting like. Now opposites are no longer attracting, because the Most High is no longer forced. You're not gonna have to do this buddy system no more, because they've chosen. That's why I was saying choose ye this day, because those who have chosen darkness will remain in the darkness they have chosen. Those who have chosen light will remain in the light they have chosen. But the light will not be visible to those in the darkness. Light cannot be seen in light. And darkness can't be seen in darkness. You can't see a motherfucking thing in darkness. So there is the separation. I've been seeing this separation for about 2 years now. It looked like a cell. It looked like mitosis of the cell. The cell splits and then does this, and that's what I was saying, the separation, where the upper and the lower are now becoming separate. Now right here where you see this, they'll do this, they'll elongate like this. You look up the cellular division in biology, then you will see that at some point right before they separate and that gap is there, they have this little elongation right there. You see where my fingernails are? That's where we are right now in this. We're exiting, and there, right here where my fingernails are, that's the bridge. Those are the gatekeepers. Those are the interceptors. Those are the intercessors. Those are the people standing in the gap, because they are the bridge between the physical world and the spiritual world. And there is a rebirthing happening. There is a birth happening. There is a mortality putting on immortality. And that was the first scripture I actually looked up, but did not get a chance to read. But I don't think I said it at the video there. That's what I was looking up. But it's coming around full circle. Mortality is putting on immortality. So those who have been ready, have done the work, have made the choice, they will transition into the fifth dimension, into the kingdom energy, into heaven, where those other ones will be trapped in darkness. They will probably be enslaved mentally and harvested for their energy, because they are still energetic beings and they still contain a flicker of light, but they have a power source for darkness. So they won't even be able to see you, because there's like a switch is going to be flipped, and their third eye is going to be closed, and they can't see you. And I've seen evidence of this already. I'll be driving in my car and people do not see my car, like my whole freaking car. And I've had other people who are enduring this transition who have witnessed the same thing. They'll be walking right next to someone and that person cannot see them, cannot hear them. That person is not ignoring them. That person, you don't exist in their reality. You don't exist. You are like a ghost. And then sometimes, like, you'll be standing right next to them, and then all of a sudden they'll just look at you and like, oh, where'd you come from? You scared me. But you were always there. Were you? Were you? No, you weren't. You weren't, because you weren't on their vibrational frequency, so they could not resonate with you, so they could not perceive you. Interesting. High vibrational frequency, the faster that something vibrates, the less visible it is. Let me show you. Example, my hand is vibrating slow, so it looks solid. The faster it vibrates, the more fingers it appears I have. You can't see it. Okay, that is what happens when your vibrational frequency raises. It's going faster. The frequency of its movement is more frequent, faster. So higher movement, higher vibrational frequency, higher resonance, higher pitch. The higher a pitch, the higher a tone. All of this is frequency. It's sound and movement. Then you can't see it. Light travels faster than the speed of sound. So last night there was a thunderstorm. I saw lightning about a full 10 seconds before I heard the thunder. So you would have moved past them and then, or said something and gone. And then by the time they realize you were there, you're gone, By the time they realize they've been in your presence, the moment has passed. So you are like a phantom to them. And this is how the angels have been to us. But now we are elevating. And though I speak with the tongues of men and angels, you are the ones in the gap. You speak with both tongues. You speak human and you speak angel. So you speak to humans and angels. You know, you who I am talking to, you know who you are. You special ones. So, interesting. I pulled up Immortality of the Soul because I was looking up the scripture Immortality, put on immortality, and it gave me, you know, several scriptures. I'm not going to count them because there's a lot of them. And the title does not tell me. But the first one says, it's Ezekiel 18:4. And it says, behold, all souls are mine. The soul of the Father as well as the soul of the Son is mine. The soul who sins shall die. This is about when your soul, your energy, is at a low frequency. The lower a frequency, the slower it is. Eventually it does not vibrate at all, so that is death. So if you're at a low vibrational frequency, then there's a death of the soul. There's dark energy. There's that zombie type energy. There's that soulless void energy there. The Most High is saying that all the souls belong. You know, like, behold, all souls are mine. But so it's up to him to choose. And I'm saying him loosely, you guys, because the Most High energy is not necessarily, it's androgynous. So there is no gender. It's an energy that's divine, masculine energy. If it's talking about deathing something, killing something, that's a divine masculine energy. And Scorpion energy is actually very masculine. Bringing back around what I was saying about Scorpio season. Also, you guys, I saw something about 13 months in a year. Is originally supposed to be 13 months in a year, and there's actually originally 13 zodiac signs. Ophiuchus is the 13th zodiac sign. Actually does away with Scorpio, and I've been getting this download for the past 5 years that Scorpios are, and I don't want to call it becoming extinct, but they're no longer going to be needed, because when we enter into the kingdom, there's no more need for death to be transformed. Scorpio's specific purpose here on the earth is sex, death, and transformation. That's the house they rule. That's what they do. They awaken the sacral chakra energy, the solar plexus energy. They resonate with that. They transmute that sexual energy into raw power. Their original ruling planet is Mars, which is fiery energy, which is the energy of movement and action. And they're very driven. They're very deep souls. They do not mind delving into the darkness to pull you back to the light. See, Scorpios will go into the dark and pull you back out into the light. They can go back and forth between realms. Scorpios and Capricorns. Capricorns are earth symbols, so they're very grounded with theirs. Scorpios are very emotional. They'll delve into your emotional darkness and pull you out. And they'll delve into their own, as they delve into their own emotional darkness, and they pull themselves out. So every time they go in and they come back out, they have a phoenix rebirth or transformation. They have multiple transformations. And they have, I think, like a snake or a lizard. And I don't remember, I think it goes from one to the other. But I know one of the transformations is a snake or a lizard or some kind of serpent. Then the next one is a scorpion, and the snake or the lizard, you could be seen as the Kundalini energy rising, because they do deal with sex, death, and transformation. And the Kundalini energy, you can look up what Kundalini is the serpent at the base of the body, coiled up in the pelvic area where the root chakra is. And as that is awakened and it cycles through the chakras, it actually burns through all of the negativity and blockages and generational curses of your bloodline of that's in your that's locked in your DNA. It burns through all of those things and purifies the soul as it rises up. You're supposed to raise this energy up. Getting it stuck will cause physical pain in the body in certain places, but if you can remove those blockages and work through those issues, then you can unblock it so that that energy can rise up. Eventually it goes up into the crown. When it goes up into the crown, it's activating the crown chakra energy, and the Christ consciousness comes down, and so the energy of the body, the chi in the body, the universal life force energy flows freely through the body, activating the rainbow chakra, activating the rainbow aura of the body, which gives you a rainbow body, which makes you able to teleport, transport, stuff like that. Not transport, probably transport your energy elsewhere. But anyway, cause the ability to add, people have the ability to astral project and stuff like that, but they do it from a different source, But anyway, my point is to get your new body, your rainbow body, the body that is mortality, putting on immortality. All your chakras have to be activated, aligned, and they have to ascend to the fifth dimensional energy. So those people who know what I'm talking about know what I'm talking about. Those people who don't, ask the question. I can explain it with a question. Otherwise, I can only speak as I receive. If I don't know where you are, if I know where you are spiritually, I can interpret it in your language. But I gotta know where you are. Otherwise, as I'm reading this, as I'm saying this message intuitively, then this message is for those who resonate or understand this language. If you stumbled across this video and you don't understand anything that I'm talking about, I'm not going to say this video is not for you. It's a seed to be sown for you to investigate and delve into the information more and look up these words and look up what this stuff is. I promise you, if you were led to this video, you were meant to be come on a path of enlightenment to learn more about what I'm talking about. I'm just saying. But I do answer questions. So I see Matthew 10:28. I'm not reading these things before I read them, so whatever I read, we going with it. And do not fear those who kill the body but cannot kill the soul. Rather fear him who can destroy both the soul and the body in hell. Okay, so like I was saying about that energy being torn, or that mitosis and the separation of the energy, it's saying like, yeah, there is a physical death, but there is a spiritual death. And what I was talking about earlier about those people who were killing people spiritually, who was killing people's character, there is a type of energy that will kill both of them. And it was saying that the one who sins is going to die. And it don't mean they're going to die. They're going to die. There is no reincarnation. There is no resurgence. When you choose this time, your energy is not coming back, because your energy, I'm hearing Shang Tsung off of Mortal Kombat, your soul is mine. And I'm hearing that, once he did that, once he ate their souls, it didn't exist anymore. It was consumed and went back to the void that was him, the void of darkness, the void of nothingness. That was him. It was nothingness. There was no energy. There was no return. There was no energy transference. Like you learn in third grade science, energy cannot be created, it can or destroyed, it can only be transferred. Well, if the energy is void and low vibrational, it was not created nor destroyed. It was low vibrational. Eventually it just ceased being. It wasn't destroyed, it just ceased. And that was a choice. It was not destroyed. It was chosen to vibrate at that frequency. So when you choose to vibrate low, you are choosing to be void. You are choosing to not live. You are choosing death. It's 12:21 right now. You might want to look that number up. I might look that number up for you. Let me do it. I'll do it. Just because when I see it, I gotta say it. I don't know how long I've been on this video, but I'm just speaking. Whew, okay, so 12:21 is a message from the angels to maintain a positive attitude regarding your current situation or a problem in your life. You must maintain positive, optimistic about your action, and it will manifest the desired results. So like I said, we was just talking about the people who chose the darkness, who chose to vibrate low, who chose to vibrate slow. The slower you vibrate, you're not moving anymore. That is death. Okay, speeding up your vibration, that is life. The faster, the more life eternal, the more life everlasting, the more life infinite. infinite. Looking for my scriptures, y'all. Okay, so it's saying rather fear him who can destroy both the soul and the body in hell. So who can destroy the soul and the body in hell? Who just said that? Behold, all souls are mine. We were in Ezekiel 18:4. So, who was talking in Ezekiel 18:4? I didn't say, did I? I didn't say. I am not a substitute for your own research. So that means I'm not finna look it up for you. I'm asking you a question to make you think. You're gonna have to look it up. I can look it up. I can find out. I read the book. I read the Bible. I can tell you. However, if you never take the initiative to learn something on your own or to research on your own, then how will you ever know whatever anyone is saying is actually the truth? How can you rightly divide the truth? Ain't that what the first scripture was I was reading to you? I told you where it was at. You can look it up. But how would you rightly divide the truth if you don't actually do the combing through? You know, when I hear about hear about rightly dividing the truth, I imagine hair, and I imagine dividing the hair into parts, you know, into sections, and sorting information, filtering information. So look it up. That'll let you know who you need to fear. First of all, whether it's good, whether it's bad, whether it's light, whether it's darkness, it is inside of you. It is inside of us all. And this is why we need to choose which bear, which animal, which wolf you will feed. That's a Native American proverb. I think it was like the bear or the wolf, whichever one. I don't remember what. I think in one proverb it was a bear, and in another proverb it was a wolf. But the bear you feed will be the stronger bear. The wolf you feed will be the stronger wolf. Whether this is a wolf of light or darkness, bear of light or darkness, good or bad, whatever you feed, that is what will be the stronger. And the stronger will draw the weaker and consume it or transmute it. See, I call it different energies, because if it's darkness, it will consume the light. If it's light, it will transform, transmute, why do I want to say transpose? Transpose is about music. Transposing it to, it would transpose it, because transposing in music means that you're changing the key or the octave. So you're changing the frequency, the tone, the vibration, the resonance. Okay. I really just want, it's like a lot of scriptures, but I really want the scripture that's saying, I'll look for it, because I'm there's a scriptures about mortality putting on immortality. You can look it up. I'm not going to keep spending too much time in it. I've done 53 minutes already just talking. And I haven't pulled any cards. I didn't need to, because everything was just intuitive. I'm going to do a video next where I am going to pull some cards, because I want to. The fuck? Gotta give you a reason. She be pulling cards. So it's the subconscious mind speaks in in pictures. The conscious mind speaks in words. Sometimes it ain't no words. A picture's worth 1,000 words. I ain't gotta sit here and do all this damn talking, have cotton mouth talking to y'all if I got pictures to show you or to interpret the pictures through the subconscious mind getting the messages. It ain't gotta be no cards. You can make the cards. Write down what you want on them. Random words, and I'll still read it to you. Shit, y'all be acting so scared. And fear not, for I am with you. Fear not, for I am with you, says the Lord. Now, if the Lord is not with you, then fear. By all means, be afraid. Be very afraid. If the Lord not with you, be very afraid. Find out how to be with the Lord. Be very afraid. Okay, but anyway, I'm gonna close this out. I hope that something that I said was able to sow a seed or inspire you to something. I just be sharing the information that I have, sharing the knowledge that's in me, because that's what I'm called to do. I did not finish Corinthians, so maybe I need to write that down, that I need to finish reading Corinthians and interpreting that and just saying whatever the Most High give me to say about that. So okay, so that's what I'll do next time, and I'll go into all this later. I did say I was gonna say something about the vaccine then at the beginning of the video, and you like, she ain't said shit about the vaccine. I don't remember if I said it in this video or if I said it in the video that I redid, but anyway, if you're not using your energy wisely, if you're not using your gifts wisely, I'm going to do this as a little summation, then they will be used for you. If you're not going to master yourself, you will be mastered by others. If you're not going to control yourself, you're going to be controlled by others. If you're not going to make decisions based on you, based on your knowledge and rightly dividing the truth and your connection with divine, then something with a connection to a source higher than you will make those decisions and control you. And that's what had been going on in the age of Pisces, which we just exited this year, entering into the age of Aquarius. That was in a whole nother video. It's time out for that. Everybody's breaking out. I'm waking up, I feel it in my bones, enough to make my systems blow. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Welcome to the new age, to the new age. Oh, 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 I'm radioactive, radioactive. These are the people who are going to be activated by the sunlight, the solar people. The souls are being activated. Now they are radioactive and they are waking up in the new age, the age of Aquarius, the age of transparency, the age of awakening. What I was going to, what I did not or did say about the vaccine, which I don't remember, was that, you know, there have been some kind of energies associated with everybody trying to judge this and that person for whether or not they did or did not take it. I feel like this is my personal opinion. If you took it because you are being a sheeple, then your decision was not based on your own soul's resonance. You still have to be accountable for whatever decision you made. Or if you did not take it because you were being a sheeple. You know, you get how I'm saying? The intention of the decision is what matters. Because if you're based on your own consciousness, your own abilities, your own thoughts, your own connection with divine, did or did not take it, then that is what resonated with your soul. That is what you chose to do. And that is, no matter whether you see it as good or bad, malevolent or benevolent, malevolent, yeah, or malefic or benevolent, you know, that's according to your soul, your soul's energy. So there are some people, I believe, this is my belief, that if they have a high vibrational frequency and you believe, and even if they believe that the vaccine is like nanites or they turn into RoboCop or whatever they gonna turn to, they turn into Robo Snitch because they have taken, you know, this thing into their body that has been activated by the 5G towers. These are downloads that I actually got, so I'm not saying something that I just heard. I'm saying something that I actually saw in the spirit realm. But I believe that if they took it and it was part of their soul's resonance and their soul mission to take it, it was because they are transmuting that information, that energy, and they are short-circuiting things in their spiritual journey. Because this is not talking about a physical thing. I'm not talking about a physical thing. I'm not talking about how it's going to affect you physically. We already know and heard about how it affects you physically. I'm talking about how it affects and what its purposes are spiritually. There are people who are created to go and infiltrate the matrix grid to save people and pull them out. Like, you ain't seen, the Matrix movie? It's not just a movie, it's a fucking documentary. It's telling you what's actually going on. There are people that are designated in Zion in heaven, heavenly energies, people who are free thinkers, free souls, who live in a form of, in that movie they're living underground, but eventually they was able to have their own, they had their own form of paradise, apart from those people who had the illusion of paradise. There's a difference between living and existing, between being used as a battery and energy source to manifest the reality of dark energies and dark machines, biological machines. Let's just deal with Cybertron. That's what I keep calling it. When people take, I'm not judging when I call it that. I'm calling it what I saw as in the spirit realm. I saw it as Cybertron because they're locking you into a state of consciousness, and when they activate them towers, people been acting crazy. They been acting crazy, and I'm not going into it. I'm not saying what crazy version is, what is crazy, but I mean insane, doing certain things that are not rational. But all of that is part of the awakening process. All of that is part of tribulation. That's what their soul signed up for. That's what they chose. Even there are some people who did not take it, who are going through the same things. So, it's because that's what the soul chose. And I mean, we can get into it or we cannot get into it. Like I said, you didn't have to watch this video. You spent the whole hour being nosy and wanted just to oppose me. Being nosy just to oppose me. So anyway, if you learned something, give me, generate some good karma. Give me a thumbs up. If you learned something, if you didn't learn something, but you just enjoyed looking because you nosy, give me a thumbs up. Get some good karma. If you just looking at me because you like looking at me, I don't know. Give me a thumbs up. Shit. So that's all I would say. I'm gonna close this video out. Peace. See y'all later, or not. Who cares? Bye.